I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm a cotton-headed ninny-muggins.
Warning: mature content. The following stream contains content that may not be suitable for all audiences, including mature themes, strong language, and potentially sensitive material. Viewer discretion is advised.
Nice. Wow, wow, wee, wow.
Hello, Newman.
Hey, J-Bone.
That's what she said. Boom. Roasted.
He's not a dopey dumb bitch.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
You sit on a throne of lies.
It's time to dive into the
Adios, muchacho.
to the case.
You hear yourself?
All right. Well, I used the sound effects. Last time I did not get a copyright claim, so maybe this time I won't too. Good morning. Queen Olive, a member for 10 months. Thank you so much, Queen Olive. Welcome, everybody, to this Saturday edition of the Charlie Adelson Rewatch. But I got some stuff to talk about. Before we start it. What's up, Cindy? Hey, Blair. Hey, Jesse, Marissa, Donna White, Lamam James, Joe G. the First, Carol, Jennifer, I think I said Blair, Amanda, Marissa, Annette, Pokemom, Eileen, Deja, Kim and Laura, who both were at my TikTok live. Wait till I tell you about that. Lindsay, What's a Charlotte, Irene, Villanelle's Boots, Carrie, Jesse, Michelle, S. Freeze, Cindy. Did I say Cindy? I think so. Jesse. Anywho, if you're one of those people that's like, man, don't talk about stuff before the stream. You got to start the stream right away. This is not the stream for you because I have things to talk about. Number one, the New York Mets, the New York Metropolitans. They fucking won. For folks who don't follow what happened, they were down bottom of the ninth. No, top of the ninth because they were away. Top of the ninth. They were losing 2-0. 2-0. It was over. Against one of the best closers in baseball. 2-0. Pete Alonso, a guy who had been struggling. Guy who had been a Met his entire career. Might not be a Met next year because he's a free agent. 3-run home run, motherfuckers. 3-run Pete bomb. 3-run home run. The Mets won a game that they never win. They fucking never win that game. And they won it. And they're playing today versus the Phillies. They'll probably lose. They're heavily underdogs. But I got some hope. You know what I'm saying? Right, Gary?
Let's go Mets! We're gonna make it this time.
All right, I'm not going to play more of that. I don't need another copyright claim. Oh my God, I would play that. Any hoozle. Bryce Harper is going to eat them for lunch. Block Stevie Irwin, please. Mods, block Stevie Irwin. Fucking got a Canadian in here talking to me about the fucking Phillies. Block Stevie Irwin. What time? Tonight, the Mets are on at 4. And then Babe's team, the Royals, are on at 6:30, I think. So the last time they both made the World Series, Babe's team and my team, Mets Royals, 2015. That's when we met. Well, that's when we started dating. So very exciting. Go Tigers. I'm about the Tigers. Go Tigers. So there is that. Let's go Mets, go baby. Let's go Mets. LFGM. This is all I did yesterday was watch highlights. That's all I did. This is my last little bit of joy before they crush my hopes and dreams again in the National League Champion Series. If they win versus the Phillies, then they have to play another series, and then it's the World Series. But any hoozle. Yes, of course I want the Royals to win, not only because it's Babe's team, my wonderful wife's favorite team, but also they're playing the evil empire that is the Yankees. I can't stress this enough. Fuck the Yankees. Let's go Royals. So, what else? What else? Hi, Debbie. Hi, Elizabeth. Taryn, Simi. All right. So now, Lou. What's up, Lou? Marissa J, Meg, Stevie, everyone. Thanks for being here. What else? What else? Oh, guys, I had such anxiety because I had 60 videos to make for TikTok. 60 videos, guys. They send me free shit. I make videos. And I had so much anxiety about it. I'm like, I got to do this all weekend. I have 60. You have 14 days to make videos. And I shit you not, my mail person is like, what the fuck? Because every day I get tons of samples. I'm going to open some. I got some now. But I said, Lainey, former creator who crushed, I'm like, Lainey, she messaged me on a video. She's like, oh, my fellow TikTok creator. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I have so much. She's like, just do a live. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, just do a live and all the products. I'm like, do you have to show all the products? No. I'm like, what? So I did a live this morning. Thanks, Laura, for being there. And thanks, Hello Spring Kim was there. I had like 10 people watching out of 68,000 followers I have on. But that's not the point. I did a live for 10 minutes. I did it for 20 minutes. 60, I added all the items. I didn't show all the items. I showed 1 or 2 items. It marked it as done. I don't have to do anymore. I'm going to do them because these people are, for some of the stuff, 60 items done, marked done. 60 fucking items. I'm done. I don't have to do them. The stress that came off me. I thought I was going to have to make 60 videos. By the way, I got these off the TikTok shop. Toucan. What's up, Paul? Thanks for being here, Paul. But before we continue the Charlie Adelson, who wants to see some of the products I got? I don't even know what these are because I got more today. I figured I'd do a little unboxing. What are you laughing at? Babe said, let her. Oh, she said I'm like an old grandmother on QVC because I just keep requesting things. Also, Babe tried the pillow. She wasn't a big fan of it. She said, you might like it if you sleep on your back, but she was not a big fan of the pillow. Just an FYI for everyone who had questions about the pillow. All right, first thing. What is this? No idea. Oh, I got a mobile. I got a mobile Bluetooth printer. Like you could print like labels, which I can use for eBay, but also just like papers. Like this little thing is like a ink light. It's an inkless printing mobile printer. So that was one thing that I had to make a video for. Now I don't. I will maybe if it's good. What is this? I have no idea. Let's see. You would not believe these people send me this shit for free. And I cannot believe they just let me do a live for 10 minutes without even promoting all the products, and that counted. This isn't going to last. If you're on TikTok and you have this ability, do it. Oh, I got a protective vest that lights up. Why? I don't know. It was free. This is a reflective vest that lights up for at night. I figured I'd give it to my mom because sometimes she jogs or walks in the mornings or early when it's dark. I figured I'd give it to my mom. I did not run out of Prego yet, Paul. I have not used Prego. By the way, this is the box that the these headphones I'm wearing came in, which I got for free. The box is so nice. Dom's mom, member for 8 months. Yay, excited to catch a morning live. Never usually up this morning. Love you, Jay and JBN. We love you, Dom's mom. Thanks for being here. Look at this cool box for Toucans. That's these headphones. Toucans. They sent me the wrong one. They sent me wired ones. I want wireless ones. And they sent me wireless ones, too, because they made a mistake. What's this? Oh, I opened this one. I remember what this is. This is like a stand you put your laptop on. These go, it's like a... But all of these are ports to charge shit. So that's cool. So I got this laptop stand, which... It's all it has like all like these ports that you charge your shit on. Like you put your laptop on it and you can adjust it. This is some sort of charging thing I got. Oh, I have like 6 of these that I got. Literally, I shit you not. No, maybe 5 of these. I got one of these 3-in-1 chargers. I have at least 4 that I got for free. So you charge your phone, your Donna White's. Donna White says we are boots on Donna White, the amazing Donna White, whose birthday was the other day. Happy birthday again. Member for 8 months. We are boots on the ground. Super Bowl for 8 months for TikTok's newest influencer. We knew him first. Donna, thank you so much. Chrissa R, thank you so much for the $2. Am I too loud? I feel like I'm too loud. Chrissa R, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Let's see. What's up, G-Lander? Yes, handy for nighttime dog walking. Good point, Lou. All right. I'll make this quick. I'll do a few more and then I'll start the live. What's this? By the way, this is a Koofandy hoodie, which I sold all the rain jackets for. They have literally sent me, ask Babe, my entire winter wardrobe. Very nice of Koofandy. Although I sold about 130 something rain jackets, so I made them like $2,000. So I don't feel bad about it. Thank you so much, Chris R. What's this? It's just a black box. I have no idea what this is. Oh, this thing. This is supposed to be like it's like a why did I get this? I believe it's a bottle opener, but it's like this weird design. Like, why did I get this? Oh, I'm gonna break it. It's like a can opener, but it's like supposed. I don't know what this is. I don't know how to do it. I'll figure it out. Marissa J, $5 super chat. I appreciate the Wendy videos over the past year. I'm angry with her, but I'm well informed. Thank you so much, Marissa J. Thank you so much. I don't know how to do this thing. I'm gonna end up breaking it. Don't have to make a video. Oh, I still think I have to make a video for this one. Hi, Ladybird. All right. Couple more things, and then we'll go over the search warrant that was recently added to Donna's docket, and then we'll continue the rewatch. Let's see what this is. What's up, Drew? Thanks for being here, everyone. What the hell is this? Oh, it's Japanese writing, so I don't know, but I remember this. This is some sort of it's a spray, but it goes in your mouth and your nose. I don't know what it is. It's an inhaler, 2-in-1 incense tube, but I think you're supposed to it's an inhaler. Addition of kava pepper extract and triple mint peppermint essential menthol and menthol. I don't know. I'm supposed to huff this. Kava good, camphor free. Let's see. What are the instructions? Ingredients: methanol, lavandula. All right. Should I do it right now? Oh God! Remove cap before use. Put near nostril and inhale deeply. It's good for cautions not to be by mouth. What do you mean not to be by mouth? It's all right. I don't know if I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna pass on trying that. I'm gonna have to research this before. I don't know why I requested that. Oh, these are more of the decorations I got, like Santa. Yeah, it's supposed to go in the nose. Do you remember the elderly backpack one? I got more of them. This is going to light up. Babe's going to like this. This one's going to light up. It's going to go on my decorations. Oh, it's already broken? What the fuck, man? All right, you guys have had enough. I'll start. All right, so let's get to the whoops, wrong screen. Let's go, Mets go.
We're gonna take it home. Let's go. Let's go. Let's.
Nice 80s. All right, that's not what I wanted. So, guys, there was a new search affidavit for a search warrant added to Donna Adelson's docket. That was 17 minutes. That wasn't bad, was it? All right, so what did they want? They wanted any and all Google accounts for Gmail addresses related to charlieadelson@gmail.com. The contents of any and all emails stored in charlieadelson@gmail.com to include drafts, sent items, etc., etc. But what I found interesting, they have to complete. They include an affidavit, right? Because they have to. The judge has to approve it, right? And this is the part I thought that was interesting about the affidavit. So check. I made a short about it, but I'm going to read it now. A report was generated for the review of Donna Adelson's emails in April 2024. The state reviewed Donna's emails, Wendy's emails, as well as Celebrite reports from the phones of Donna, Harvey, and Wendy, along with the iCloud return of Charles Adelson. Emails have played a critical role in the state's theory of the case. Emails between Donna and Charles Adelson were observed in the return from Donna's email search warrant. These emails were not located in any other device or search warrant previously served. AKA, they found new shit. When they got the search warrant for her emails in April 2024, they found emails that were not located in any other device or search warrant previously served. They found new stuff, and that's why they want a search warrant for Charlie Adelson's Gmail and Google, which is surprising that they didn't already have that. I don't know, or maybe it was a new Gmail they weren't aware of. So, Babe says I should wear green more often. I thought that was pretty interesting. That they are gonna potentially find more stuff, and it still says that they haven't been able to get some of the stuff from her phones and stuff. So here, I think this is it. On November, they got an iPhone, iPad, 2 MacBooks. Search warrant. The 2 computers are not compatible with extraction technology at this time. Well, I mean, what are we doing? They're 2 MacBooks. Why is it still not able to get anything? So they still have to review those. Therefore, have not been reviewed. So they still have to review that. So anywho, let's continue with the rewatch. Now, I will tell you this. Thank you to the person that told me this. If for folks who were at the last rewatch, this was all choppy, and I kept like trying to restart. Turns out it was the actual feed. So if this might be a little choppy, if it's really bad, I'll leave it up to you guys. If you want to start like the next witness or go past the calls, we can do that. So I'll start playing it, and we'll see how it goes. So here we go.
I'm going to beat your ass, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to break your legs, or I'm going to do this. Like, do you notice? Not one time has there been a threat, even in like your health or your anything like that. Is that, and it makes complete sense given the timeline. That's what I think. 2 years later, I mean, you have to understand. They want, and listen. If I had any information, I would help out. I don't have any. But you got to understand. Without a question, I would be beyond shocked if the family doesn't hire their own private investigators. Okay. I would be beyond shocked. What are they? they're not going to knock on a door and go, hey, this? Oh, okay. Just thought I'd stop by and ask. They have to come up with a plan that's going to stir the pot so that if there is something going on, what are they looking to achieve? What are they looking to, you got to say to yourself, what are they looking to get out of it, doing this nonsense?
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna do a poll. Keep watching this or go to past the calls. All right, start a poll. Keep watching calls or go to next part. Watch calls. Next part. The next part I think is going to be questioning Pat Sanford, I believe. So here we go.
If it's money, I'll be shocked. Because that money is you go to someone and you tell them what you're going to do to them. And you give them 48 hours and you tell them where to meet somebody, who's going to drop it off, and if there's any nonsense, this is what he's going to happen to. That's it. And if you get one of us, you're going to get one of us, but someone else will take you out. Like it's done with such precision and being ruthless. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what happens is it squeezes somebody and they don't have a choice to think straight and they just go in and give you the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're innocent, it's like someone saying to me, listen, I'm going to the board of dentistry tomorrow unless you walk in your back office and write me that check. The board of dentistry tonight when I go home and filing my complaint, and I will sue you. I promise you, if you don't write that check back. It puts you on the fence real quick. Lady whose mom wanted the whole case, I got to refund what she spent, and she goes, I want the money. And I said, I agreed that I would give you the or whatever failed. She goes, oh, but now that she goes, no, I want the money for absolutely everything. I already spoke to my attorney. There will be a lawsuit, a board complaint filed before the end of this week if I'm not able to pick up that check. Do you understand? Work was fine. We'll have to work over half the work. What do you think I did? I wrote the check. So, but that's myself. People aren't looking for a check. They're not. What do they want you to do? What's the one thing they want? One thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong. True. It's not. I got it, but they don't know that. So, what do you think the one thing they want? They want everybody to start talking. They want you to hand deliver yourself because they think you know something, but they want you to hand deliver yourself and start talking as much as you can when you walk in. Because otherwise, if they were to just come to you tomorrow and say, they get the same result. But I'm saying, if the cops were to come to you tomorrow and say, Donna, come down, we need to talk to you. You'd be like, I don't need this aggravation. If your business card, if you or hear anything, I absolutely will. Right?
Speaking of things I got a million of from the babe is going to be. Here's another security camera I got. I think I'm up to 5 now. No, actually, with the indoor, I'm up to. This is a solar one that I got, so I'm up to like 10 with the indoor ones.
But if you go ahead and you make it seem like you're being extorted or blackmailed or anything like that, then what are you going to do? You're going to run down there and start talking. Exactly. You started flipping that thing. What's that? These are not. This is not someone who started. This is not someone who started yesterday. Mm-hmm. This is this is not someone who's dumb. This is someone who's smart. And a lot of times this is what goes on. If someone comes, but it's real odd that it's a year. The amount of time that's happened is insane. I mean, it would be like having a dental office and be like, that case from 4 years ago. Let me turn it over to collection. Like 4 years ago, how do you not realize that you weren't paying on a big case that you did 4 years ago? I mean, none of it makes any sense. I mean, that's why I think it's more that with the lack of threats.
All right, 65% say yes, and I agree with that assessment. It's hard enough to have to listen to Charlie without that shit, so let's go past the recorded calls. Unless it gets better, let's see.
Your phone was weird. It was like, it's more like, okay. No, I was just going to tell you that it's talking. I was going to do it.
I said you what?
Let me go back. This one seems a little better, but I don't think I...
Okay.
Okay, let's try this. It was in the HDMI.
Hey.
Hey.
Your phone was weird. It was like, it was doing a dial tone.
Yeah, I tried picking it up. You were there.
It's more like, okay. No, I was just going to tell you that it's talking. I was going to do it.
I said you what?
I work.
That's good. Boring thing.
Huh?
Boring. Yeah. Sometimes boring is a good thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I
Mine
thought
was
really hard. I didn't know what a married man with kids wants for his birthday. So I thought if I was married and I had kids, what would I want for my birthday?
A fucking dildo?
Exactly.
How did you do?
But I forgot to get, I didn't have time to get a card from Hallmark to say exactly what I wanted to say, so.
You're never good at expressing yourself anyway.
I never get into myself anyway. But anyway, I think I hit the nail on the head with the birthday present. I think I hit it out of the park.
Wow. So natural.
I know.
What was I going to say? Like,
One moment. Please pause it, Miss Dugan. Silence the devices. Please check your devices, place them on silent or turn them off. Please continue.
I don't know, the other day I told Bud that they stopped buying a dress.
Oh, okay, because, like, I didn't know I needed to go.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to hear him stop. This is like golden for me.
So tell me, how far are you from the house?
Like right now.
Are you there now?
I lost it.
What's up, Sleuthy? I'm here.
So that
Thanks for being here, everybody, on this Saturday edition of the Charlie Adelson Rewatch.
the number enter over.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off, read the number. Take your shirt off so you can read the number that you wrote down.
Oh, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. You know?
Wouldn't it be easier to just write it on your hand if you want to get a dress or the number?
Fucking idiot. He's just so weird. I don't know, man. Sometimes, I don't know. Some people think I like. Oh my god, it's so fucking hot. It was a great beach day. I could have just jumped on your boat.
Can you take it anytime? Honestly. Yeah, FYI also.
No, I'm gonna buy my own, okay? I don't need anybody to hand me down. It's yours. What's yours is yours. And I don't want to mess anything.
Do you want me to sell you my boat?
No. Okay.
Yes. Do you want me to sell you my boat? Sounds like something that someone who's being extorted does.
I look for one name.
Mine's probably not fancy enough anyway.
Man, you know what? I really wish you.
The birthday gift for a married man with kids. What is Sigfredo Garcia's birthday?
I believe it's like April 27th.
And on what date was this call RR placed?
It was on 4/29/16.
All right, so his birthday was 2 days prior?
Correct.
Okay, I want to skip ahead to May 4th of 2016. Did we have another bump on that date?
We did.
Okay, tell us about that.
That one was a text message from the undercover to Donna Adelson.
We can publish that message.
I think so. I think you're right, Donna. Botrix is being a silly bitch. That's why chat's not on the screen.
I'm sorry?
I don't think it's an evidence. I'm not objecting to it.
Puta. Puta. There's Puta. He texted Puta. Where is it? Oops.
Puta. Puta.
I like the use of the emoji here from the Latin King. I like the emoji usage.
This wasn't in evidence? Oh, it is, because it's on the wire disk.
Okay.
Like, all the texts. Okay. Sorry, Judge. Sausage being made. Okay, so if you'll read this text for us.
Sorry, Judge. Sausage being made.
This was sent from the undercover to Donna Adelson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Puta.
So you don't take me serious. You think I'm playing.
Wait, let's all prepare ourselves for Pat Sanford about to say
Puta.
Let's hear Pat say it.
You have some puta call me to see if I'm
Not
for
bad.
real.
Puta.
If you think what Katie, baby daddy did for you can't come back, you're fucking crazy. I want the money now or I'm going after the 100K.
Okay, could we play SS, please?
By the way, good morning again, and thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Oh shit. Guess what? It's October 5th. That means I didn't give out my new free membership, so make sure you click on this link. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Make sure you click on this link right here that allows you to receive gifts. I'm about to give out 5 free memberships, so please make sure. I'll give it a little time. I'll give it 5 minutes, and then I'll give out 5 free memberships. Make sure you allow yourself to receive gifts.
Is $100,000 significant in this case?
Yes.
Why is that?
That's what was on the flyer about a reward.
I'm sorry?
That's what was on the flyer regarding a reward.
All right, so not the flyer that we've seen in this case, but something that was put out to the public?
It was, and I believe it was also on the same flyer that was handed to her by the undercover.
Meaning it was mentioned in that article, or?
I believe so.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
What I do is I organize a meeting for them. I think a freaking job invite. I didn't even open it. Because since I wanted to kid.
Before I can even gift out memberships, the amazing mod and person, Meg P, gifting out 5 memberships because she's awesome. Debbie gets one. Blair gets one. Amanda gets one. Lindsay gets one. Paul gets one. Thank you so much, Meg. Meg, you are the best. Thank you, Meg. What's up, the May? What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Meg. I always appreciate it very much.
Like always, you know.
You see what was in there at all?
Oh, what the fuck did you put in there?
Where's that bag?
I haven't opened it.
Where's it?
It's in my purse, I think. Like in my other place, I put it up in another bag.
So you haven't opened up the public's bags?
No. Why?
Oh, I just got, my app is not notifying me. The awesome Deja sent me a $25 Cash App and it says, for we knew you first. Thank you so much, Deja. You're awesome. Thank you.
Where is it?
I'll open it later. It's carrying me, bro.
No, it's not like I put a fucking hamster in there.
Oh, please do it. I don't want him to die.
I got him a guinea pig for his birthday.
Aww.
He's been in there for 3 weeks in your trunk.
You're an asshole. Okay, I gotta get him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It was supposed to be a birthday present for somebody. If you know anybody's birthday.
And his birthday is still going on, so.
Okay. Well, would it be okay if you told him it was for me, or do you think that's a bad idea?
I don't know.
Well, take a look and then you can tell me. Open the bottom thing. There's a very nice gift card in there.
Okay. You're fucking weirdo.
I know.
You know what he said? He told me, oh my god, and I felt so bad. Like, he's like, bro, like, because my mom always gets him a present, right? Like, he took us out, like, he always took him out for dinner and shit, whatever. My mom always does that, like, for him. And he told me, he was like, bro, maybe you never get me a present, because I knew he'd get him a present. I'm like, well, you're not 10 years old anymore. Then get over it.
Marissa J just upgraded to Super Bows. Thank you so much, Marissa J. I really appreciate that. And now I'm going to gift out 5 memberships. Oh, wait, why isn't it letting me do it? Hold on. Thank you, Marissa. And 5 people are going to get some memberships now. Squadushel. Boom. Who's getting them? Who's getting them? Amanda, nice. Biggly Wiggly, nice. Villanelle's Boots, nice. Lisa, nice. And did I miss the 5th person? Lisa and Ranita. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
All right, let's move on to TT, please.
So,
hi, Lily.
drugs is fine.
Hey, Afton.
Let him get started on it. And if you don't think it costs anything, you can tell him this is from me when you open up the present.
Okay.
Remember the person
You're
who said...
scaring me. I'm gonna open it now before, I don't know, because you're scaring me.
Was it in your car or is it your house?
It's in my house. But I hid it.
Well, go fucking look what's in there and tell me if it's okay for his birthday present.
Okay.
All right?
Where's my birthday present?
You get nothing.
The birthday present is the cash to pay off the guy, right?
Alright, I'll talk to you later. Dude, I got you tickets to the concert.
I know. Thank you. I have to thank you.
Where's my birthday? It's not your birthday today. Wait, you wait first.
Whatever. Yeah, it's your daughter's birthday.
I always feel better.
It's your other goddaughter. It's your goddaughter's birthday at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah? I got all these people that want me to adopt them.
No, well, you already know my kids.
I got like 60-year-old women in offices asking me, saying, "Where's your kids?" I got them that day. They go, "You adopt me." I'll give you a Father's Day card. Fucking amazing.
Drew says, "Who knew I'd be at my age listening to True Crime on a golf course? It's pretty wild." It is, Drew. I hope you're having a good golfing outing.
Yeah, Scotty wants to be adopted. I got like 8 people that want to be adopted.
I want to be adopted. You want to adopt me? Adopt my kids.
I give you a little love.
Skystone says they got extorted. Wendy shot Dan. In my opinion, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but there is 0.0 chance that Wendy shot Dan. In my opinion, 0.0 seems high though.
You're the godfather.
All right.
Maybe approach, Your Honor.
Approach.
May we approach, Your Honor, because I'd like to talk to Your Honor. May we approach?
Of the portion we played of that previous call, which was back it up to maybe like 4.
Here.
Brittany says this is one of the things that pissed Charlie off was Georgia calling him out on getting Sigfredo a birthday gift. He mentions it in jail calls, saying he was being sarcastic and it's ridiculous. Thank you, Brittany.
Oh, I mean, okay.
So anyway, so where we're at.
Wait, what was you
say? Directly and say what you did.
Yeah.
So anyway, so where we're at.
Wait, but look, she didn't even want me. I was like, should I try him in a moxicillin? And she's like, no, I think you should. And I was like, I'm not even sure.
You're not going to hurt with a moxicillin.
Exactly.
So instead of like taking 500, you may take a little less, and then just give it to him twice. But definitely give him it as soon as you get it in him, and then give it to him
Does
again.
it have a flavor? Did they ask you?
Yeah, it looks like no, they don't have flavor, but it's you give him a fucking teaspoon and be like, fucking swallow it.
I know. That he's the biggest baby about it. All right.
So,
I know.
Swallow it or fucking smack his ass. We're always going to be pain.
Yeah.
If you listen, if it really hurts him, we'll fucking swallow it.
I know. But what you don't understand is like it comes in words, like you'll fly.
Yeah, no, it's abscess.
And then
listen to me. It is abscess. You're there. There's a clear abscess there. So I would do that, and then also give them an ibuprofen. Take an ibuprofen, grind it up, and put it with some applesauce on a spoon, and let them take it that way.
So give them like the liquid.
Give them the liquid, and then.
No, but I'm saying like I've been giving them Tylenol. I just have it on Motrin, so I'm gonna get another bottle of Motrin because I didn't finish.
Just give them Motrin, not Tylenol. Either way. But the ibuprofen, the Motrin with the amoxicillin, I'll be feeling so much better tomorrow.
Okay.
But it really takes, you have to have it in your system for 24 hours for it to really.
Effect on him, and I was like, this is not good.
No. All right.
Okay. Benadryl.
You can always, I hate doing it, but you can always take a quarter of your bar and break it, and then break it into another quarter.
I swear that's another thing. If I had, I would
Like you, the whole family would be on fucking Xanax. Why don't you just blow some weed in his face? No, I'm kidding.
Yo, who are you?
I'm kidding. But no, but I got he's got the drugs. He's fine. Let him get started on it. And it is, if you don't think it'll cost anything, you can tell him this is from me. When you open up the present.
Okay.
Remember the person
You're
who said,
scaring me. I'm gonna put down. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna open it now before. I don't know, because you're scaring me.
was it in your car or is it your house?
It was my house. But I hid it.
Well, go fucking look what's in there and tell me if it's okay for his birthday present.
Okay.
All right?
What's my birthday present?
You get nothing. All right, I'll talk to you later. Dude, I got you tickets to the concert.
I know. Thank you. I'd like to thank you.
Where's my birthday? It's not your birthday today. Wait, you wait it first.
Whatever. Yes, it's not
I
her birthday.
would feel better.
It's your other goddaughter. It's your goddaughter's birthday at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah? I got all these people that want me to adopt them.
No, well, you already know my kids.
I got like 60-year-old women in offices asking me, saying, "Where's your kids?" And I don't have any. They go, "Can you adopt me?" I'll give you a Father's Day card. Fucking amazing. I got Scotty wants to be adopted. I got like 8 people that want to be adopted.
I want to be adopted. You don't want to adopt me. Adopt my kids.
I see you a little low.
You're the godfather.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we can move on now to UU.
Very interesting. Go ahead and get their money. Go ahead and get their money lent and they'll be paid back. It's very interesting. So that's really how people make a lot of money, is using other people's money to make it. Oh, sure. It's very good. So we'll see. I mean, Alex says if we have a good track record of 2 years, it will not be a problem raising capital at all. So that's what that's good stuff. So are you on your way now to the gym? Yeah. Oh, okay. So is everything else okay? Yeah. Okay, or you just saying this? Just saying. Yeah, I figured that you got. Did you see somebody today, or was it? No, it was different, but I'll see you on Sunday, we'll talk. You don't want to come down and see me tonight? No. Was it bad, or was it? No. Just, see you Sunday. I know, because I could kind of talk to you, but when I talk to you and you're not giving appropriate responses. Yeah. So, my stories, it just seems like it's other yeah. Did someone bother Wendy? Not yet. Or do you think they will? I don't know. Well, I think it's important that you see me before Sunday.
That's pretty interesting. Did someone bother Wendy? Donna says not yet. That's an interesting little...
Well, where exactly are you going to be tomorrow? That is off tomorrow, so maybe we get a chance to use it. Sounds like it's a very busy thing.
Well, I'm meeting Doug in the afternoon. I haven't texted... I haven't texted Adam yet. I'm supposed to meet him at some point. But just... I mean, I can set up a meeting with him at any time. I mean, do you want to come up to my house in the morning, or?
That might be a good idea.
Because I'll tell you what, I don't want to wait.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you wait, and something that could have been nipped in the bud early becomes something that doesn't get this in the butt early, and then it snowballs out of control.
Yeah, so maybe tomorrow, we're up early. So once we got, looking maybe for breakfast or something around. You want to meet Charlie for breakfast, Charlie? Yeah. You want us to come to you, right?
Well, traffic is, I could, let me find out.
Check your schedule and then we'll work something out, okay?
Yeah, let me do that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good. Let's discuss that once you check.
I mean, I think it's just better that things get in the butt early.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't just call and let me know.
There's reasons. Let me talk to you tomorrow. You figure out your schedule. We're free until we have to pick up the kids. So we'll work around.
All right, so it's apparent some other contact has occurred. Is this timing of this call consistent with that being from the text bump that we saw a few moments ago?
Yes, it's the same day, the afternoon of when it happened.
And the text bump indicates, I want the money now or I'm going after the 100K, right?
Correct.
The 100K, you said it was a reward. A reward for what?
Reward for information leading to the investigation leading to the arrest of the killer for Dan Markell.
And at any time, does Donna or anyone in this case text the undercover and say, do that?
No, they didn't.
Go get the reward. Solve the case.
Nope, they did not.
All right, so let's go to the next day. What did we decide about
Carlin A., thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. And good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. As we continue, let's see how much more recorded calls we have here. And then we got cross-examination. So this is, about a half hour, maybe more.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Albert.
Good, honey. How are you doing?
Good. I'm coming across the bridge now.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful.
Do you want to the apartment, or do you want to come down?
You know what? We'll meet you outside, and then we can walk to the pool area.
All right, sounds good.
Okay?
All right. I'll see you soon.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
X?
Ma'am.
Hello?
No.
Yes. The what?
I put the page outside. I'm talking about this is soon for me. She called me on the group.
Oh, your phone?
Yeah. I put the tape up here and sweep you up. What's up? It's not like you're going to do it.
Yeah. Not that old, so, but I don't even know.
Anything else, no, please?
No, I'm just saying that it's a call, so.
You got a call?
Yeah, I'm like, well, but I'm not. I'm talking to my friends, I was like, okay.
So, you can turn?
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it, I was working out, I don't know. So I'll call you when I get kind of what that's right. So like I was calling you, to see what you're listening. Okay. I started ringing, you started ringing, like you got it.
Oh, right.
Let's see. When I text you just, if you respond back to me, after the same time. Right?
Okay.
Before XX, I missed an item on our sheet, meeting at pool. What does that refer to?
Charlie Adelson met with his parents at the Icon. We tried to cover it, sent some agents in to try to record, but they could not get close enough to them.
Where did the meeting occur?
It occurred like in the pool area inside the Icon.
All right, so the three of them sat down at the pool area and had a chat, or something else?
Apparently they were in a private pool area inside the building. They were in the pool area by themselves talking.
Okay. All right, sorry I missed that. Let's jump forward to YY.
Hey, let me call you in a little bit, okay? I may just call you from the landline. I'm at my friend Adam's place in Miami. Down in the Gables, so I'll probably call you from the landline.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll call you in a little bit.
All right, ZZ, please.
Hey, no, like trying to find my son is like, I don't even know where he is.
Just look for the monkey bars.
Yeah, probably him, right? Okay, just give me a quick recap because, what exactly on the text?
And I'm not asking you to do anything about it at all.
Oh, hi, baby. Come on. Yes, you gotta go to an appointment. Go ahead.
But the person said, so you don't take me serious.
You want to go to the what?
And you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, the person says, so you don't take me serious, and you have some puta calling me up, Katie's baby daddy. So, and then it's like, so you don't know, or something. Then there was something about his done for you. And then there was something about like you don't respect what was done for you or something like.
You don't respect?
Or you don't. No, you don't. It was like 20 words. It started off as so you don't take them serious, and then it was you have some.
Keep that on the phone.
Okay.
Go, come on.
Yeah. So you don't take them serious, and you have some puta call me up, Katie's baby daddy. You don't appreciate what was done for you or something like that.
All right.
And then that was it. It just ended.
Right.
But it came from that same number. The person didn't block the number they're texting from.
Yeah. No, we already got to that. We got to that
Yeah.
point already. I got you.
So don't do anything. And I have a feeling, it's one of two things. And I could care less. I just want the person to stop harassing me.
Go on the phone. Okay, got you.
But evidently, if you're, whoever called, the person to give a shit.
No, I had a friend that called, but
yeah, whoever it was that called, this person texted my mom at 2:00 in the morning to really give a shit.
now he's referencing.
He referenced the only person's name he referenced in the text was Katie's baby daddy.
Yeah.
So.
How many kids do you have? I used that. It's like,
Yeah,
no, everybody has a baby daddy.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah. So the weird thing is, whoever it is could really give a shit about what was said to him, because he has no problem continuing to send text messages from that number.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the part that really boggles my mind.
Yep. So don't do anything.
Not afraid, obviously. Somebody that's thinking or something. Somebody that can get all of this information. This is, I mean, the personal phone calls, a text, somebody, you know, like it's a lot.
Okay, but this is my one fear. Nobody can protect somebody all the time. If it's a 1% chance that it is a bad guy who did something bad, you know, I worry about my dad's safety going into an office where.
No, I get you, bro. You don't gotta like.
That's what.
Walk out of me, like, sure. So, like, go, like, no.
Yeah, that's what,
right?
you know.
And whoever it is, if the reference is to me, you don't think I'm scared?
Yeah, and whoever it is, like, whoever called, the person got
But like, no.
He called him a poop job.
That becomes even more of like, okay,
Yeah,
what are you dealing with now?
Puda.
What are you doing now? Like, is it somebody that's just waiting for you to be like, hey, like, I'll give you all the money, like, or like somebody's trying to like message you, like, you know what I mean? Like, read between the lines. It becomes more of like, damn, is it a threat? Like, what is going on?
And then if they do, they're throwing a lot of information out that I don't know. So which is crazy. The question is, where did they get it from? And why don't we just go collect the reward, whoever has the information?
Exactly. All right. We're doing the same thing repetitively, and it's getting to the point where it's like,
so don't do anything. I just don't. It's just aggravation. That's all. I just want my family left alone. Yeah. So that's my day. Hopefully I have a day off, so we can hang out.
Thanks for being here, Miss Blue Bus.
Everybody deal with nonsense.
Right.
So.
Right. Like, I try to remember so many, and it's so hard because you throw in so many other details behind it that it's like when I have to like think it out in my head, like I'm all over the place because like there's just so much more of what's not necessary.
No, I know. I would do that. I would go off on tangents and shit. I just listen. You're just my friend. That's the only reason why I'm going to.
I know, it's pissing me out because it's like, I don't even know, like, you know, I'm trying to help you out and figure out like, what the hell's going on. So,
I wish I knew what was going on with all the fucking crazy people out there. I mean,
goodbye, everyone.
All right, good luck with his endo appointment.
I'm gonna call him because I don't like to do anything. So,
all right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, next we have a text, AAA. Can we publish that, please? And if you'll tell us about this text.
This text is from Catherine McManua to Sigfredo Garcia.
What does it say?
It says, "Call me if you can step out of the office for a second."
Okay. Play BBB, please.
Take care, Paul.
Hello?
Yeah.
Are you at home?
So, how does it determine? Did you pick up either?
Yeah, I'm home.
Yeah.
But it was such a mission to go get him. Hello?
Yeah.
Are you at home?
Yeah.
What do you call? One of my friends just called me and was saying remember when I had asked you to give me a favor because somebody harassed me with my friend Angie?
Yeah.
Alright, they texted yesterday at 2 o'clock in the morning, not giving a shit, not blocking their number, with the same freaking number that I had to help me out with, whatever, saying, obviously you're not taking me seriously. You have a puta calling me who is his baby daddy, and I was like, what are they talking about? Like, he's like, my friend is telling me, like, I don't even know if it's you or whoever. I mean, the things are like, these guys and I've gone out with, like, plenty of kids that
What up, Steve-O?
a lot of kids' friends. Like, I don't know who the hell it is. And, that you don't appreciate what was done for you or something, and this is not going to stop. What's so funny is, how does somebody know your voice? Or even if they're talking about it, you could be a completely different person for all I know, you know?
Yeah.
You're asking me because it's like it seems like, you know, because I told them, like, to help them, you know, like I was like, oh yeah, I'll try to help you out. But it's funny how it just happened late last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like somebody got hit.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, 100%.
And they're not supposed to use that number because their parents will definitely need, you know, up to how much more should they get around. I don't think anybody should go through that. And it's funny, like, how do you get, you know, it's just calling his mom, like, not calling anybody else, but like, yeah, you can look it up or whatever, but it's pretty brave. I mean, your number.
Yeah, it is pretty great.
So, I just don't like, you know, the fact that my name is being thrown out and baby daddies are being thrown out. Like, what is all that?
Yeah, no, I don't know nothing about it. So, how does it determine? Did you pick up either?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it was such a mission to go get him.
Okay, so we were on May 5th. Let's go to May 6th. On May 6th, does Donna Adelson call the undercover?
Yes.
How many times does she call the undercover?
I believe maybe 3
Here's a good one. Grandma Gotti calling Puta.
times.
Okay, does she leave a voicemail one time?
I believe so.
How many times does she actually have a conversation with the undercover?
Just once.
Alright, and Judge, that call is on State's Exhibit 107. Move to publish that call at this time.
You may.
Hello?
This is Mrs. Adelson. Is this, Sammy? Okay. My grandchildren.
Hello, Latin King. This is Mrs. Adelson. Is this Sammy? I would like to speak to your manager, please.
Had my phone before, so
Senora Adelson?
I'm Mrs. Adelson.
Yes.
Yeah, my grandchildren had my phone before, so and I just saw that you called.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Latin King. My grandkids had my phone. Now I can talk to you about the murder.
You
left a message on my voicemail.
Right, I did.
So, this is my problem. You approached me on Alton Road. You handed me an article from the newspaper about my ex-son-in-law. You told me I need to call you and help your friend who was in prison. Now, at the time you did that, I didn't understand what you were talking about. I didn't call you back. Then you mail me a threatening letter. Then you send me a text message to my phone that says I'm not taking you seriously. So I am taking you seriously. And I really want you to listen to me. I have to tell you, I mean, this is important. I have been so stressed out. I have spoken to 10 or 12.
Oh, this is my favorite part. Listen to me, Mr. Latin King. I am very stressed. I have a stressful life. You would not believe I have Pepto-Bismol. I had to meet with my psychiatrist and up the Zoloft. I'm very stressed, Mr. Latin King. You have to listen to me. I'm very stressed out.
12 people who are close friends of mine, telling them about this. And
I spoke to my friends. We were playing bingo, and I couldn't focus on the letters and the numbers. I'm very stressed out about this.
Basically picking their brains and asking them what I should do, because I don't know your friend who is in jail. You mentioned the name.
I asked my friends at the shuffleboard court. I have a Latin King, and he's talking about someone being murdered. So I talked to 10 of my 12 friends at Del Boca Vista, and they don't know, and I'm very stressed. Mr. Latin King, please.
I don't even know his name. I never spoke to him. I don't know what he looks like. I've never met him. I'm sorry your friend's in jail, but I don't know what that has to do.
I'm sorry your friend's in jail. I'm so sorry that your friend's in jail.
With me.
You know exactly what it has to do with. You know exactly what. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me. Listen to me. You just got to listen to me.
You need to ask your friend who this person looks like, what their name is, something, because...
This is the part where if he probably wasn't told to be a nice guy, he'd be like, listen to me, bitch. Shut your fucking mouth right now and listen to me.
I know there's a big reward.
Like if it was Katie that he was talking to, or at least that's what I would do. I mean, like, shut your fucking mouth. She's like, pan, shut your mouth.
Out there, and if you need money for your friends, that's the way to get it. I mean, I'm asking you nicely. I don't know.
I'm asking you nicely.
He is. I am out of the loop. It is not me. If I can help, I would help. I mean, that's what.
Just like I told you. Listen to me. Just like I told you that day. We know that your family had a problem up north. We know that problem was taken care of about a year and a half, 2 years ago. And we know that Katie has been taken care of and has been taken care of. Now my brother in jail, we were in Broward together. He told me the whole thing, and he hasn't been taken care of. You know. Now, all that's being asked for is $5K. That's all we're asking for is for $5K. And he told me everything, and I know everything. I know who's involved. I know everything, and I'll get the $100K for myself.
You know,
all I ask is to send the $5K. Everybody knows what's going on.
I don't. You're saying everyone knows. I know I lost my ex-son-in-law. I did not have anything to do with it. That's why I said ask him. That's what my brother Tasso told me. He told me everything when we were in jail. He told me everything and who was involved. I know everything. Well, I don't. That's the problem. I am telling you, it's not me. It's not me. I have had a year of aggravation, a year and a half of aggravation over this. My daughter, my grandchildren. It is not me. And when
I'm so aggravated because people think that I committed a murder, which I did, and it's aggravating that they're bothering me about this hit that I set up.
Ask my friends, what do they think? They said, well, this person needs to get a description of you because of what you look like, or it's not me. I don't know who caused this. It wasn't me. I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you, just like that day when I talked to you, this is not going away. This is not going to go away because Tato told me everything. He wasn't being taken care of. He needed the 5K. Sent 5K. That's all we were asking for. Don't do that.
I don't know who Tato is. You don't understand.
We know you don't know who Tato is, but you know who Katie is. And you know the contacts Katie has. And she has, listen to me, let's stop fucking around. Let's stop fucking around. Okay? You know who Katie is. And you know that Katie has somebody that knows Tato. And they took care of a problem for you people. That's just the bottom line. The bottom line is you know who the fuck Katie is.
Look, I
no more than Mr. No, I'm not fucking around with it. You know who Katie is. You know that they took care of Katie and her people. Nobody's taking care of Tato. I know you don't know who Tato is.
No,
but we know who all of you are. And this ain't going away.
You know what?
So I can give you that. You want then the 5K?
Here's what you need to do. You need to go and...
Don't tell me what to do. I know what to do, and I'm doing it.
You're looking for money. Get $100,000 or whatever whatever the reward is. It isn't me. You have got the wrong person. That's why I said ask your friends.
Jordana Adelson.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Well, I know. We know who's involved in all this.
Yes, this is not making any sense. I mean, if you want the money, you should get it from the police. They can give you a whole lot more than you're asking me for money for someone. I can't do this. I have had too much stress and too much aggravation from this, and I don't know what you are talking about. I just don't know. I just don't know.
Good. I think you should talk to Katie. Talk to people that are involved in this. You'll know. You know what's going on.
That's why I'm...
You can tell me, Senora Adelson, you can tell me all you fucking want, but I know you know. Because I heard, when I was locked up in Broward with my brother Tato, he told me everything. Everything. He told me everything.
Well, then
I just wanted to take care of him because fucking Katie was being taken care of with her fucking puto.
I just think instead of asking me, you should get the money from the police. There's a lot of money out there, and I know if you think you know who this is, then go ahead and do it because I know it isn't me. I know it isn't me. And I can't take this kind of level of stress. I just can't. I know I didn't do anything.
I can't take this stress, Mr. Latin King. Don't you understand? This is very stressful for me.
You talk to people, you talk to the right people, you talk to people, you make this 5K come to me. That's all I need. Just do it and get it to me. Do it and get it to me.
I'll call you back.
I'll call you back. I'll call you back. I'll call you back. I'll call you back. What an idiot. What a dope. What a stupid fucking
Okay,
idiot.
so here we have Donna making the call.
Correct.
And she refers the undercover to get the reward, to the police to get the reward, right?
Yes.
And then does she also report these incidents and what's been happening to law enforcement at that time?
No, ma'am.
Does anybody report these incidents and what's been happening and the stalking and harassment that's been going on? Does anybody report that to law enforcement?
No, not at all.
Do we have any evidence that Donna Adelson recorded that call with the undercover?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to CCC, please.
Pretty wild that they have so much evidence against these morons that they're now through the third run through the alphabet. They're on evidence CCC. They've went through the alphabet twice, A through Z, then double A through double Z, and now they're on triple C because that's how much evidence they have against these morons.
Hey, Charlie, how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Well, we just finished with dinner. We drove through Blackwell back to the hotel in Miami, and we just got back to the icon. So we go for just a little walk along the marina, and then we're going to go upstairs.
Right. I just stepped away. I was having dinner with you on my phone.
Okay. I'll let you go right back.
I will.
Tell you that I did have that handpiece now.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. Wondering your question. Any more nonsense from the patient?
Yeah, that's why, those things always get aggravating, but I try not to let that bother me.
Was it that?
Oh, no, and I did, I loaded that new app, too. I'll have to show it to you. I think you'll really be interested.
Okay, so you had, how long of the talk did you have?
8.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
You talked to the patient for 8 minutes?
Yeah.
And they were nice?
Well, not really.
Did they give any threats or anything, or?
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting, but I definitely want you to, I'll tell you about the patient tomorrow, but I wanted to make sure I got that stuff to you. So is that too early for you?
Great point from RN. No mention from Donna saying, hey, Charlie, these people that were extorting you, I thought you already paid them. Why are they already coming back for more? Weird that she doesn't bring up the extortion plot.
It kind of is. I mean, I can do it if you want.
The latest, I know I could do it at 9, but that would be the latest. But then we have to get up to Boca and back to Fort Lauderdale. It's tight time frame. That's the only reason. And then I know you were leaving at 11.
What time do you have to be at Boca?
About 10.
And then when do you come back to Fort Lauderdale?
By I think it's 12. I think we have to be back by 12 or 12:30.
Okay, I was going to take the boat out at 12:30. If you want, I could wait a little bit.
So, you know what? I thought you were leaving at 11. That was the problem.
No, I was going to. I'll leave at 12:31 and I'll wait for you. How's that sound?
So you know what? I'll give you a call when we're leaving Boca. How's that? So it'll be definitely after 11. Yeah. I do actually. Yeah. But I'll call you from Boca when we're on it. What do you think?
Were they real talkative or?
Very.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting too.
Yeah, it is. So let me call you from then, so that way I can make sure that the time is good for you, and that's when I'll get to see you.
Great question. I don't even know why would, if they're trying to say it's a patient, why would they say, did they make any threats to you? I mean, that's almost as dumb as, did they hand you a Yelp review? What did he say? Did they hand you a bad review? Great point, Lamam. Whoops.
Okay.
Okay, that's awesome. That's actually all very, 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 very good news.
Yeah, it is.
Because,
Elizabeth L. is going to 2 football games today, but wanted to come and say hi and love you all. Good to see you. Good to see you, Elizabeth L. Good luck at the foosball games.
That's an excellent time.
Yeah. Can you go enjoy your evening, say hello to June for me, and I'll give you a call before we leave.
Can I tell you something? Remember that lady I had to get that Barbara? Not sure, not to name names, but I had a price check for $22,000. Barbara's daughter.
Yeah.
The daughter, when she got on the phone with me, she was so to the point, and it was a threat, and it said, if you don't by Thursday, if you don't by Thursday return the check, I'm going to my attorney, we're filing a suit, and we're going to court next week.
Yeah.
That's it. So which way is it going to be? It was literally, she spoke for 20 seconds. So, I mean, that's, anyway, let's do that.
Okay.
So I'm working, she's outside of Johnny B's.
Oh, go ahead.
But I will do this. I will wait, take the boat out, even if my friends are here when you're here. What I'll do is I'll go sit in the car with you and we'll talk and go over the case as long as that has demolished.
Yeah, I
Don't
show you.
do not forget those hand pieces I need.
No, I know.
The awesome Afton Fored gifting a membership to Anne. Thank you so much, Afton. Always appreciate your support. Thank you. And hey, Morgan M., good to see you.
I'm all packed up ready. I will see you tomorrow. Love you.
Sounds good. Let me know.
Okay, if we could go to the next day, May 7th, 2016. I'm sorry, that's the same day. We're going from 11. Have I gone to the next day? Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. DDD is what I'm trying to go to.
Triple D's.
Yeah.
Triple D's. Just like your mom. Lisa Bailey says, my sister said to me, imagine our mom and brother hiring someone to kill your ex-husband. It blew my mind at how crazy that was to think about it in a more personal way. Yeah, I mean, we've seen this so many times, or sometimes it like loses how insane what they did was, how just awful.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. I'm on a boat.
Are you with Glenn?
I'm with a bunch of people, but I got a new CD that you can listen to next time I see you.
Okay.
So it's interesting, but it's 100%. 100%.
100% what?
Drop. It's a 100% record break, and then you want to drop the mic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I
kind
can't wait to hear it.
of you want to play when you're just cruising along and you see a Vietnamese hot-toed pig walking down the street.
Is it a long take?
It's like the track is over.
I know you use the tape.
The track's long.
I mean, you're old school, you know?
I know. It's just like a long single with plastic straw.
Oh, wow.
Lots of coffee.
Wow.
Yeah. So 100%.
Did you already re-sing it aloud to your phone?
I heard
They
it.
can hear it? Uh-huh.
I heard the track many times. I'm going to record it. In the background.
Nice.
Oh my God! I didn't tell you. One of my friends did hot belly pig.
How's the cutest what?
Hot belly pig.
Hot belly pig?
Yeah, you know what a pig is?
Are you serious?
Yeah, they got the cutest hot belly pig. So.
It's pretty funny, the arrogance of these fucking morons. So, like, you could just tell Charlie and Donna are just so pleased with themselves that they feel like they figured out it's not a Latin king, it's the FBI, or, you know, it's a setup. And they're just, like, very happy. Like, oh, we figured it out. Well, it's the feds, but they're not going to arrest us, so who cares?
Anyway.
That's not good.
I know. I like dogs, not pigs.
Yeah. They're hard to maintain.
But anyway, I have as long as their house broken, they're not that bad.
Okay. Hold on. You can't hear because there's music behind me and there's like.
Sorry.
I can't wait to hear your pretty singles.
I know, it's playing in the background right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dropping like it's hot. It's gonna be like one of the funny.
Do you think it's
gonna? I like ad-libbing. I ad-lib it.
So do you think it's gonna make good hits?
Oh, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think
You think it'll sell a lot?
I hope so. I dropped the mic.
Oh, we're like out.
Hey, Andrea.
Funny shit.
Well, one can hear it. One can hear it.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead and install these, and then I'll pay you on Monday.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, then.
Is law enforcement commonly referred to as pigs?
Yes, that's correct.
And
Look at him. He's got that fucking smirk on his face like he's so smart. Hey, Kelly. I will tell her that. I will tell Babe. I will tell her. She was in here before, but I'll let her know. Take care, Elizabeth. Good luck at the foosball.
This was the last call that I included. Are there several more discussing how sure he is that it is in fact law enforcement after reviewing this call from that the mother made?
Yes.
Okay. And in this call, he says it's fantastic. Is there a lot of enthusiastic talk about that realization?
Yes, by him. Yes.
Could we show states 59, please?
Oh, okay.
All right. Anywhere on the wire did the defendant talk about the bump, the interactions with law enforcement, bumps, I should say, with anyone other than Catherine McBanoa or Donna Adelson?
Possibly just his father.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And what about Catherine McBanoa? Does she talk to anyone other than the defendant and Sigfredo Garcia about the bump or the bumps?
No, that's the only two.
Okay. And even after the 100 and 1,000% fantastic realization that this was just law enforcement fishing, does anybody go to law enforcement and report what had happened?
No, they don't.
No further questions.
Cross-examination.
I am still growing. What's up, Scott? Good to see you. All right. We're on to Rashbaum's just wonderful cross-examination where he really made a lot of points that the jury did not think about fucking once. Aladdin, yes. On to the Aladdin Kings. Aladdin Kings. Were you threatened? What's up, Purple Smurf? Good to see you. Kelly, what's up? Lamar, everyone, thanks for being here. We're on day 5, and we're almost at the end of day 5, which means I think we only have a couple more days of rewatch to go.
In connection with this, your investigation,
sir.
We meet
Hello,
again. Good
Pepe
afternoon.
D's Nuts. Hello.
Your investigation revealed that Luis Rivera used burner phones in connection with this murder, right?
He used one during the murder, yes.
That he threw away, right?
We don't know what he did with the actual phone, but he quit using it after the murder.
Okay. Sigfredo used burner phones as well, right?
We're aware of him using one during the murder, too.
And you heard about on the wire that he was going to use it.
You know what it means when it's Rauschbaum? It means it's time for 1.5, folks. 1.5 for the Rationator. Why is this on like the lowest? There we go.
The burner phone, right? He was going to go get a burner phone.
He talked about getting rid of his phone after he used it.
Right.
Correct.
And so did Catherine McVaniel, right?
I don't remember her saying she was going to get rid of the phone, no.
Do you recall Sigfredo Garcia telling Catherine McVaniel on the wires, we need to go get new phones?
They did go get new phones eventually after we interviewed them.
They went to Walmart to buy 2 phones, right?
Correct. After I interviewed Sigfredo and she was attempted to be interviewed. Correct.
After Sigfredo Garcia was arrested, Catherine McVaniel only used her, to your knowledge, her burner phone, right?
No, she still used both phones, but she used them in very limited capacity.
There's no evidence that Charlie Adelson ever used a burner phone, right?
Not that we were able to establish.
During the wires, he always used the same phone, correct? The cell phone.
Brianna, good question. We have not watched Charlie. He, I think, is day 7, but I'm not sure. No, we haven't seen Charlie yet.
Correct, with WhatsApp.
Fair enough. There's no evidence that he ever went and bought a burner phone, right?
I have not collected that evidence of a burner phone. We did have witnesses that we interviewed make reference to him having more than one phone, but we never were able to establish that.
Never were able to corroborate that, right?
No.
And in fact, when he was arrested, 8 years after the murder, 6 years after everyone else was arrested, he had the same phone number, right?
I believe he did.
He used that same phone number for more than a decade, right?
That's roughly correct, yes.
Okay. Now, the day before Sigfredo Garcia's arrest, law enforcement went to his place of work and tried to interview him, right?
That's correct, I did.
Did you say you did?
Yes, sir.
And you believe that he lied during the interview, obviously, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the same time that Sigfredo Garcia was being interviewed, other law enforcement went to the place where they were living, him and Katie, and knocked on the door and tried to interview her, right?
That's correct.
And she hid, right?
She did.
And you know she hid because you heard on the wires that she was making calls to a lot of people, right?
That's correct.
On all the people that she was calling on the wires, she never calls Charlie Adelson, right? When she's hiding.
While she's hiding just during that hour-long scenario, I don't believe she did. But I was in Miami. I wasn't monitoring the wire then.
But you have put in all the wires here, so you've reviewed them, right?
Yes, long time ago.
And in reviewing the wires, will you take my representation that she called 3 people and none of them were Charlie Adelson?
Sure, that sounds accurate.
And from the calls that you have reviewed and listened on the wires, it was obvious to her, in fact she said it on the calls, that the police were outside her house, right?
Correct.
So if she testified before this jury that she had no idea the police were outside her house because they didn't announce themselves, that would be a lie, right?
I believe at the beginning she might not have known, but by the end of it I believe she did know, yes.
Okay. Fair to say at some point when she was hiding in the house, she knew that the FBI and the police, maybe not the FBI, but she knew that law enforcement were at her front door, right?
Yes, I believe she did.
Okay. The next day when Sigfredo Garcia was arrested the next day, right?
That's correct, the next evening.
And when he was arrested, Catherine McVaniel left her townhouse and never with the kids and never came back, right?
No, that's incorrect.
That's incorrect? She went back to live in that townhouse?
No, she didn't live in that house the night after we conducted the interview of Sigfredo.
Okay. Then she left?
Yes.
Okay, and she never came back?
Correct.
Fair enough. Law enforcement didn't know where she was for a while, right?
Correct. She was keeping her phones off. We knew she was still in the state of Florida, but it would give us a brief indication, and then, yes, we didn't know where she was at all times, for sure, or exact location.
You were worried that she had fled, right?
I wasn't worried she fled the state. I knew she had turned her phone off and was eluding us.
Did Charlie Adelson turn off his phone after the arrest?
No, he just stopped using it for...
Skimbles Shank says, watching from Australia, thank you for broadcasting this. I missed a lot of it initially, it seems. Thanks for being here. We have a big audience in Australia, so thanks for being here.
For quite a significant period. Quit using it regularly, I should say.
Aren't there a lot of calls after the arrest between Charlie Adelson on his phone?
Of insignificance, just like work.
Yes, I can add closed captions. There you go. AE.
Calls and things like that.
Fair enough.
Right.
But I want to make sure the jury understands. He continued to use his phone, right?
He did, in a different capacity, in my opinion.
But he continued to use his phone, Special Agent, right?
Yes, sir, he did.
He didn't get a new phone.
Not that we know of.
He didn't change his number.
Correct.
He went to work.
Correct.
He didn't flee his house.
Not that we know of, no.
Well, when you arrested him 6 years later, was he in the same house?
He was that night, yes.
Okay. You say that night.
That morning.
Had he been living in that house pretty much continually for the next 6 years?
I'm aware that he had a couple different houses. I'm not sure if I don't know if he stayed in the house all the time or not because I didn't keep tabs on him every day.
Okay, fair enough. But when you went to arrest him, you knew where to go, right?
We found him there, yes.
And you knew where to go because that was his main residence, right?
Correct. It was still his residence of some record.
That had been his residence for the entire time since 2014, correct? I'm not saying he didn't have other residences, but that was the place where he primarily lived, correct?
He still owned the house, I believe. On his driver's license, he had a different address. He changed it.
Okay. Now, It was made public, the arrest of Rivera and Sigfredo in May 2016, correct?
Correct, right after his arrest, correct.
And Charlie Adelson didn't flee?
Not that I know of.
Well, you didn't have to go on a manhunt for him, right?
Not years later. We didn't look for him immediately right then.
There were news reports, 2020 primetime specials in September 2016. He didn't flee?
Correct, not that I'm aware of.
There was a probable cause affidavit leaked to the media in September 2016. Are you aware of that?
I am aware of it, yes.
And that probable cause affidavit was over 20 pages long?
I don't recall. That sounds right.
It was very detailed?
It was.
Much of the evidence that came in this courtroom in the last week was in that report, right?
That's correct.
And it was against Charlie Adelson, right?
Some of it was, yes.
And when that was released, he didn't flee, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Catherine McBanderwa was arrested in October 2016, right?
Correct.
He didn't flee, right?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Sigfredo Garcia was convicted at trial in 2019. Charlie Adelson didn't flee, right?
That's correct.
Imagine this questioning, and then like 2 days after the trial, his client flees the fucking country. His client's mom, who he then becomes the attorney for, his client's mom then flees the country, and then he becomes the attorney for someone who fucking flees after all this questioning. That's pretty hilarious.
The state announced its intention to retry Catherine McBanderwa after the jury hung in 2019. Again, he didn't flee, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
And in the months leading up to her trial, he didn't flee, correct?
Correct.
Now, he did travel out of the country many times, right?
I believe so, yes.
And he traveled to some places where extradition is, at least we could say, difficult.
Could be.
Did he?
It really is. It really is. He's trying to prove his point so much that he's not guilty. He didn't flee. If he was guilty, he would have fled. Who do we know that fled? His fucking parents.
Especially if we were talking about the places he went to where extradition was tough. He always came back, right?
Yes.
Now, during the course of your investigation, did you review text messages between Katie and Charlie?
Yes.
And did you learn that Katie wanted a longer, deeper relationship with Charlie as time went on?
I don't know if I recall that. There was a lot of back and forth there.
Fair enough. Did you learn that Charlie didn't feel the same way?
I don't know if I recall that either.
Did you see text messages where he said, I don't want to get married, I don't want 2 kids, to that effect?
Possibly. That. I mean, it's probably in there somewhere. There was a lot of back and forth between.
Suzanne says, "Hi Jay, this is my first live. Oh, welcome, Suzanne. Thanks to my sister Lisa. Love Lisa. Big fan of yours. Love Lisa. Is this the trial in which Luis Rivera stared down Charlie during a sidebar? I'd be scared if I was Charlie." Yes. He stares at him. When you watch it, you think that the stream is paused, but it's just that Tato is not moving. That stare down is one of the most epic stare downs in the history of stare downs. Thank you for being here, Suzanne. Welcome.
Between him and other females that I could be getting confused.
Do you recall him talking to a friend in text messages, talking about a trip he was going to take with Katie in the early to midsummer before the murder, where he told his friend it's the goodbye tour?
That sounds familiar.
Did you learn that Katie and Charlie broke up within weeks after the murder?
No, my understanding was.
And Suzanne comes in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Suzanne.
Possibly right around the time.
That was the day that Charlie Tato testifies. I think that's day 2 or day 3.
The murder. I'm not sure the exact timing of it, though.
Fair enough. Now, we listened to a lot of calls. Katie lies to Charlie when she told him that she would call the undercover, right?
Correct.
She lied to Charlie when she told him that she called the undercover and there was no answer.
Correct.
She lied to Charlie when she told him that the undercover number was a non-working number, right?
Correct.
Non-working number would be like in the old days where it goes beep, right?
Oh, and then the sisters. Lisa comes in because my sis Susan is awesome. Thank you so much to the sisters. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you for inviting Suzanne here.
That's my understanding.
Okay. She lied to Charlie when she said she called the undercover and got an answering machine. When she called the undercover.
Correct. She was not the one that made the call. Correct.
She lied to Charlie when she said she left a threatening message. She left a threatening message on the undercover's voicemail.
Threatening. I'm upset that the closed caption doesn't have a D here instead of a T. Threatening.
Correct.
By the way, Sigfredo Garcia may have called the voicemail, but he didn't leave any message, right?
No, that's correct. He did not.
He didn't leave a threatening message.
No.
Another lie by Katie to Charlie, correct?
Correct. Or by Sigfredo, one of the two.
After her conviction, Catherine Magbanua was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, right?
Correct.
And about a month after she was sentenced, she decided she wanted to cooperate.
I don't know the timing of it.
Fair enough. At some point after her sentencing, she wanted to cooperate, right?
Correct.
And she met with law enforcement at least twice. You were there 2 times.
That's correct.
And you met for hours.
I wouldn't. The first time I think was probably less than an hour, around an hour. The second time I met with her was probably less than an hour.
If I told you the first time was 2 hours and 12 minutes, would you believe me?
That's what it shows us sitting in the room with her for 2 hours and 12 minutes?
That's what the notes say.
Okay, if that's what the video shows, then...
Fair enough. Nonetheless, you met with her twice.
Okay.
She was placed under oath.
Yes.
And we'll start with the first meeting. You believe she continued to lie.
Correct.
You even tried to stop the interview the first time, correct?
I didn't stop the interview. I tried to relay to her that, yeah, it was in her best interest to tell the truth.
You didn't believe her?
I didn't believe a lot of the...
Objection? Say that one more time.
Speculation. You can't give opinions about other witnesses.
Sustained.
Were you frustrated?
Somewhat. Of some certain things I was, yes.
Was she telling you things? We'll go to your second interview of her. Were you frustrated in the second interview as well?
Yes, I was.
You didn't believe she was being... I'll withdraw. During her second interview, at one point, you said to her, what you are telling us just doesn't make sense. Do you recall telling her that?
That sounds about right.
And this wasn't her first trial when she testified, right? I mean, I know you didn't believe her then, but this was during her proffers, right?
Yes.
This was just less than a year ago, right?
I don't remember the date. That sounds right.
Now, the bump was an extortion, right?
It was.
RN says, I am still convinced Catherine knows more than she said so far. I agree. I think it's pretty clear to me from those proffers, even the information she gave, she's still holding back. I just think there's more she knows. I agree with you, RN. Hey, what's up, Michelle DeMattis? Probably pronounced that last name wrong. What's up, Michelle? Thanks for being here. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
It was a attempted extortion, correct, somewhat.
But what law enforcement didn't know is that an extortion had already happened, right?
Don't believe there was an extortion prior.
What law enforcement didn't understand is that the things said on the recording related to the fact that there had already been an earlier extortion.
I disagree.
Do you recall on the recordings, repeatedly, Charlie Adelson is talking about the characteristics of the person who did the bump?
Yes.
He's saying things like, he used his phone, he's not disguising himself, he's not giving 48 hours, he's not making a threat. Do you recall that?
I do.
Did it seem like he was comparing it to something else?
To me?
Yeah.
It seemed like he was comparing it to a TV show.
Fair enough. Because you don't know what happened on July 18th, 2014, right?
July 18th, 2014?
You don't know what happened on the evening of July 18, 2014 in Charlie Adelson's house, right?
Oh, you're referring to the day of the murder. I know what happened on that day, but not that evening, no.
You don't know what happened in his house that night, right?
Correct.
During the bump, Charlie's way of calming his mom down, a co-conspirator, right? You consider her a co-conspirator?
I do, yes.
Charlie's way of calming down his mom, a co-conspirator, was telling her that he thought it was the police, right?
That was one way, yes.
So let me get this straight. 2 people who have just done...
Andrea says, so Katie must still be getting something for her kids or something to be still holding back. To me, that's what makes sense, right? Like, the Adelsons at some point were like, listen, if you want us to take care of your kids as they grow up, you... But, I mean, she went after Charlie, but she... I don't know. I just feel like... that to me, that makes sense. Like, that they said something where, like, she can't give up too much because... But she did give up some, so who knows? But it just seems like she knows more. I mean, it took them the first entire proffer, basically, and the second one for her to finally say something. But I just think she knows more.
Done a murder. Prefer the
And again, I'm fully convinced that Sigfredo did not go down 2 times. There's no way he knew that area so well. I think he went down there before. I mean, I was just thinking about today. What if on that, Charlie gives the paperwork to give to Sigfredo and says, don't open it, don't look at it. What if he gave like a number to a burner or a WhatsApp on that paper so that, Sigfredo got it and could contact Charlie potentially or someone else without even Katie knowing about it, which is another possibility. I don't know. Hey, Chloe and Sally, what's up?
Bump to be a policeman rather than another co-conspirator or another bad guy.
Correct.
The only people who actually spoke to the undercover was Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson, correct?
Correct.
And when they spoke to the undercover, they used their phones. Let me be more precise.
Okay.
When Charlie Adelson spoke to the undercover, he used his cell phone.
He used, yes, and he blocked his number when he called, yes.
He star 67 did.
Correct.
He used his cell phone though, correct?
I believe he did. I can't remember the exact
Fair.
dial digits that it came from.
Fair enough. Now, the calls that you put in, you can read the words, but there's some guessing as to the meaning, correct? Of what they're talking about?
It could be, yes.
And Dolce Vita, in particular, you can't hear a lot of what Katie McBanna was saying, correct?
It's hard to hear a lot of it, yes.
There's about 100 unintelligibles when she is speaking, correct?
Correct.
And there's a missing chunk of that meeting before the recording even starts, right?
Correct. They got in the vehicle first and before they went into the restaurant.
And let's talk about them getting in that vehicle. So before they get to Dolce Vita, Charlie Adelson and Katie McBanna will meet in a car.
He pulls up and she comes out of her office and gets in the car, yes.
How long are they in that car for?
It's an approximation of around 10, 15 minutes.
I think you're right. And you don't know what was said in that car, right?
No.
Now, during this bump, you all are listening on the wires, right?
Correct.
And no one's paying the money.
Correct.
And part of what you're hearing is that the threats aren't big enough.
No, I disagree with that.
Okay. Let me ask it this way.
Okay.
It starts with a bump on the street, right?
Right.
And we watched it. The gentleman who's playing Aladdin King, he's a little bit polite. Can we say that?
Correct.
He's the nicest Aladdin King I've ever seen in my life.
Correct. There's reasons.
The next event that happens is, well, there's a bunch of events, but let me tell you the next progression. Is a letter is delivered to Donna and Harvey Adelson's apartment.
Correct.
So now you've gone from the street to the apartment, right?
That's correct.
And the letter is a little more threatening.
A little bit.
And still no one pays.
Correct.
And then there's a couple calls to the office. There's a call to the office.
Correct.
Still no one pays.
Correct.
And then there's a text message that comes at like 2 or 3 in the morning to Donna Adelson, right?
Yes.
And the timing is kind of important, right?
It could be. Be taken that way.
And the text message is definitely more threatening.
Yes.
By the way, I think the next hearing with Donna's lawyer is in 10 days. I think it was the 15th or the 12th, but that's coming up soon. And if you guys missed it, if you came in late, I went over the new search warrant for Charlie Adelson's Google account and Gmail that was just added on the 4th, which is what, yesterday. Well, it was, the response was added yesterday, but the actual, I think it was October 1st, the affidavit and the warrant was added to the docket.
Now, going to the wires very briefly. Don't worry, I'm not going to go over them all with you.
Thank you.
Do you recall some wires around April 26th where Katie and Sigfredo are fighting?
Of 16, yes.
And some wires that were not played in court. But do you recall that they were fighting about something completely different than this case?
Could have been.
They were fighting about a girl that that Katie found on Sigfredo's cell phone.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
With a tattoo.
I don't remember that part.
And do you recall that the day before, or 2 days before the letter, law enforcement sends the letter to Donna and Harvey Adelson, that Katie actually leaves the house. She leaves them.
I do recall her leaving the house at some point. I don't remember the timing, though.
And the call that Ms. Kappelman played for you, where they're fighting, Sigfredo in the beginning of the call thinks that she's talking about, like he says, you need to make an appointment to see your son. Recall that?
Yes.
And it's because she has just left the house the day before.
Sounds correct.
She's left him.
Correct.
And she says to him in the text message, listen, I got to talk to you about something else.
Yes.
You recall that?
I do.
And you recall that Charlie Adelson finds out that these two are having problems, and he freaks out.
I don't remember that. I remember him talking to her about their separation and trying to encourage her.
And he's encouraging her to get back together with him, right?
I do remember that, yes.
By the way, Ms. Kappelman asked you after the last bump text that was received in the early morning by Donna Adelson. She asked you if anyone actually told the undercover, go to the police and collect your reward. You remember asking me that question?
I thought that was before that text message.
But let's just make this clear, whether it's before or after.
Okay.
Isn't it true that that's precisely what Ms. Adelson, Donna Adelson, told the undercover? If you have information, go to the police.
She did at that point. That's correct.
Right? That's what she said.
On that call.
Now, she didn't want to go to the police. She never went to the police, right?
Correct.
Charlie never went to the police.
No.
And you don't know why. You guess why, but you don't know why.
There's reasonable belief, yes.
But you don't know why he didn't go to the police.
Can't read his mind, no.
May I have 1 moment, Your Honor?
Okay.
Looking at those text messages, by the way, after the night of July 18th, do you see a decrease in text messages initially? So if you're looking at July to September between Charlie Adelson and Catherine McBanoa.
A decrease in text messages, you're talking about 2014?
Yeah, initially.
I'd have to go back and look. I don't recall.
Do you see that the relationship, though, as time goes on, gets stronger? Not boyfriend-girlfriend, but does definitely get stronger.
I don't recall.
Now, I want to just make sure that something was clear yesterday because I think it was a little confusing. And I don't think it was on purpose, but I want to make sure that the facts are clear.
Sure.
After Professor Markel was murdered, Wendy Adelson gave complete access to the Markels. Isn't that true? Until the email was sent.
I don't know about complete access, but I know when that email was sent, there were things that were cut off.
Fair enough. But before the email was sent, there was a different type of access.
There was better access. I could say that.
Do you recall, and you know what, let me set it up first. It might take a second, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Especially with the technology. It's Charlie. Do you recall the Dave call?
Which one?
The first call I think that was played yesterday. It was a call about Charlie and Donna's affection for Dave.
Sure, I remember several of them, but.
And do you recall that Ms. Kappelman played 19 minutes and 11 seconds of that call, and then she stopped it?
I don't recall how much or when, but that's possible. Yes.
Well, let me play when it was stopped.
Okay.
I just played it. Is it going to go on this thing?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Sinead. Hey, Mom and Dad.
Can you do a test before I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mom, they were free from the TikTok shop. Toucan. T. 2 cans, not like the cans that I take Shannon to dinner. 2 cans. Not like Cans, the dinner place.
To make money, they already have their kids.
Okay. Did it work in the headphones? No. All right. Well, I think we can hear it. It's pretty loud. See if we can hear it. I'm going to play you at 20 minutes and 20
Looking
seconds.
to make a want to make money, they already have their kids. I'm not looking to make a
She owes it to those kids.
Yeah.
But she has an opportunity that she would throw in the garbage, and then these kids, and believe me, that's it. They're not going to have another dad.
Hey, Amy. I'll put this a little bit slower since it's a call. What's up, Amy? Glad you're here.
No. Well,
And
it was a tragedy. They had a dad. It's a tragedy. What happened?
Yeah. Well,
what I'm telling you.
So there, 20 minutes and 25 seconds into the call, about 2 minutes after Ms. Kappelman stopped it, Charlie Adelson says it's a tragedy what happened to their dad, right?
Yes, he did.
And that was in response to his mom saying Dave would be a great dad, right?
Correct.
And Charlie says they already had a dad, and it was a tragedy what happened to him.
He did.
When Charlie Adelson said that on this call, that was stopped before this jury. When he said that on that call, that's before the bump.
I believe it was, yes.
That's 21 months after the murder.
Correct.
He had no idea whatsoever that he was being recorded.
I would probably disagree with that.
But the other stuff, remember yesterday she brought in other stuff about Dave, and she asked you those same questions. She said this is before the bump. Your caller asking you that?
Yeah, it's before the bump.
And she said it was almost 2 years after the murder.
Correct.
I'll leave it at that, Agent. No further questions.
Redirect
He
examination.
really thinks he did something there. Wow, he said it was a tragedy. He couldn't have done it. He really, really thought he did something there. I'll leave it at that. No further questions. Mic drop.
Point being, 2 years after the murder, they're still screwing around in Wendy's love life. Is that what happened?
That is correct.
All right. A couple other things. You were asked about, Mr. Rashbaum referred to it as the goodbye tour. I recalled it as the farewell tour, but you know what? We're talking about the breakup trip between Catherine Magbanua and this defendant.
Early July, I believe.
Okay. Is it your recollection that that actually was the end of their relationship, or is there evidence that they continued seeing each other for some time after that?
I believe there was a little bit of, I believe there was some seeing after that.
Okay, would the text messages refresh your recollection on that
They
issue?
would. They would. It's been a while.
I've tabbed these for you to take a look and see if... Does that refresh your recollection?
Yes.
So when does it appear that Catherine Magbanua and the defendant broke up?
And it appears like in August, around August 25th.
Around August 25th of 2014?
2014.
All right, and did they continue to stay in contact to varying degrees throughout the time from their breakup to the arrest in this case?
Yes, they did.
Did you have an opportunity during...
Oh, hey, Tina. Hey, Ayana. Good to see you guys. Good to see everyone.
during your investigation to conduct any surveillance on Catherine Magbanua and Sigfredo Garcia?
Yes, we did.
All right. And did you... Well, let me ask you if you've ever worked on or heard of a case where an extortionist commits their crimes wearing a fake Abe Lincoln beard and a floppy hat.
No, I'm not.
Did you ever observe Catherine Magbanua or Sigfredo Garcia dressed like that?
No, I didn't.
No further questions.
You may step down, Agent. Please call your next witness, State. Please call your next witness.
Your Honor, at this time, the state rests.
Oh, the state rests. So we're going to go to the defense case.
Members of the jury, we're going to take a break at this point. The bailiff will...
Yeah, Pat Sanford, that makes sense. He was the last one. All right, so we're not going to watch their motion for acquittal, which was obviously denied. We're going to go to the defense's first witness. We're on, folks, we are on to the defense's case.
has rested its case. The defendant is going to have his opportunity to put on his case as well. Mr. Rauschbaum, you may call your first witness.
Your Honor, the defense calls Kristen Adelson.
Yes, I remember her name very, very much so from the divorce paperwork. Pretty interesting that Rauschbaum
I know it's
doesn't even
unfamiliar, but all the way up here, Ms. Adelson. You may take your seat.
Good afternoon, Ms. Adamson.
Good afternoon.
Would you please introduce yourself to the jury?
I'm Kristen Adamson, and I'm attorney at law. I was Wendy Adelson's lawyer in her dissolution of marriage action.
Where did you attend law school?
I attended law school at Florida State University. I graduated in 1988.
Are you a member in good standing of the Florida Bar?
I am.
Tina gifting out a membership that's going to Brittany. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tina. Welcome, Brittany. You have your custom emojis.
Do you specialize in any areas of practice?
I do. I specialize in marital and family law. I'm board certified since 1994, I think, in marital and family law by the Florida State Supreme Court. I also am a fellow in the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers, former president of the Florida chapter. I'm a fellow in the International Academy of Family Law Lawyers. I have been named a Florida super lawyer in family law and Best Lawyers in America since 2008, specifically Tallahassee Best Family Law Lawyer in 2012 and 2021.
Wow. You mentioned earlier that you are a board certified lawyer. What does that mean exactly?
To be board certified...
Son of a bitch. Shannon says I'm going to stop at the thrift on the way home. Maybe 7 more paintings, 1 for each room of the house. If you guys missed it, listen to this shit. Shannon, I come home from work the other day, and there's just a fucking new painting on the wall because she has determined that we are in a marriage where we could just buy shit for our walls without consulting the other person. It's good to know. It's good to know. Because my Stone Cold Steve Austin painting that's going over our bed is getting made right now. So I'm glad that we could just get paintings without consulting the other person. I'll show the painting. I'll show you the painting. Hold on.
The Florida Supreme...
She tweeted it today. Oh, but first, I got a $20 cash, $20 super chat from Amy. Super excited to catch a live, even if I'm late. Been watching some trials and just hate it without your commentary. I'm mostly a lurker, but love all of yours and Shannon's content. Thank you for being amazing. Amy, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Amy. All right, so here, let me get this here. There it is. There's the art that was just on the fucking wall when I came home from work. I get a job now and I go 1 day a week. 1 day a week. And the week that the day I went this week, I come home and I just got this fucking painting on the wall because we're just in a fucking house where we just buy things that we want. So there it is. So I just hope now that we're in that kind of a relationship, I hope that Babe is ready to see this in our bedroom. I hope that she's ready to see this because that's the one that I bought for so guess what's going on over our headboard? There it is. JK, if you think I spent $350 for this, you do not know me. All right, so let me go back to the trial. All right.
Supreme Court promulgates a list of criteria that you have to become board certified in a specialty area, and you have to pass a test, both written and oral, and a peer review by your peers and the court as well. And you have to pass all 3 of those things in order to become board certified.
You mentioned in your introduction that you were Wendy Adelson's attorney in her divorce proceedings against Professor Martel. When were you retained?
I was retained, I think, approximately October of 2012.
Actually, you're right, Mr. C. I should put up I have a poster of like Darryl Strawberry that I got at a thrift. I got a garage sale. It's like a poster from like 1988 of Darryl Strawberry. I'm gonna have to throw that bad boy up. Good call, Mr. C.
Did there come a time during your representation of Wendy Adelson that you filed a motion to allow her to relocate to South Florida?
I did. I filed that motion almost immediately after I was retained. I filed an amended petition for dissolution of marriage to request that she be allowed to relocate, and a temporary motion that she be allowed to relocate. So that would have been in 2012.
Is there anything wrong with asking the court for permission to relocate?
No, it's especially in Tallahassee, because it is kind of a transitory community with the college and everything. It's fairly common.
Geez, she is talking fast. I think I'm going to put this at normal speed. She's talking really fast.
For when people get divorced, for one party to want to relocate somewhere else, either back where their family is, or they graduate from school and they want to move to someplace else because of a job, or they remarry. We do file these relocation requests fairly often.
In Leon County, in your experience, how often are such motions granted?
So that is the kicker. Even though we file them, I have now been practicing 35 years, and I think I've only actually won one that was allowed to relocate. They're very hard to do, and you have to have pretty serious circumstances that require the relocation.
Did you share that statistic with Ms. Adelson?
I did. I thought she had a shot at it because of all the facts surrounding her case, but I did tell her that it's very unlikely that we will win this. But I did tell her that if you do plan to relocate or want to relocate, you need to do it now in this initial proceeding and not wait until everything's over and then ask. So we made that tactical decision to at least attempt to relocate.
And what was her reaction to that?
She wanted to be able to try, so we did. We filed the motion for relocation.
Was that motion ever heard by the court presiding over her divorce?
Yes, it was. We filed it, and we set it for hearing for any number of reasons. The hearings kept getting... The legal proceedings take a long time sometimes, and things get complicated. It kept getting pushed off, but ultimately, I think it was around June of 2013 that we had a hearing about that relocation issue.
And what was the court's ruling?
The court said no, she could not go.
What was Wendy Adelson's reaction to the court's ruling?
She was pretty...
That question calls for hearsay, Your Honor.
Ms. Adamson, you may testify to what you recall about what you observed from your client, but not your actual words.
So she was pretty calm about the whole thing. She seemed to understand that it was not a given that it would happen, that it's usually a long shot. And I spoke with her afterwards, right after the proceeding, and then I spoke with her several times afterwards to sort of decompress, and she seemed fine about it. She understood.
Okay.
Pretty resigned to the idea of it.
Okay. There's been some testimony in this case that in the wake of that denial, the Adelson family was considering offering Professor Markell a certain sum of money, $1 million, to allow Wendy Adelson and the boys to relocate to South Florida. Are you aware of that offer?
No.
Okay. In your experience, have you ever heard of one spouse making a monetary offer to another spouse to allow for things like relocation?
Objection, relevance.
Your Honor, the state has...
So that's a fairly common occurrence for relocations, and I actually just had one a couple of weeks ago where that's exactly what happened. Was the husband of the new husband of a woman who wanted to relocate basically paid my client to allow her to be able to relocate. I've also had people, it shouldn't be the case that money and children are connected, and we've tried hard to not have that happen, but it does happen sometimes. I also often have one say, if you allow us to relocate, you never have to pay child support. All kinds of those kinds of money things do get offered, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Is there anything illegal about one spouse making an offer to another spouse?
Not as far as I know.
Okay. At some point, was Professor Markel and Ms. Adelson's divorce case mediated?
We mediated it twice. We mediated it once before the hearing on the parenting, and that mediation was just about the relocation and the ability to go, and we were not successful in mediating that, so we had the hearing. Then we mediated it again in July of 2013, and that was also an impasse. It was sometime in the around July 20s, 21 maybe, something like that. But then we settled the case a week later, because that happens sometimes. I tell my clients this all the time. Just because we haven't settled it at mediation doesn't mean it's over. We continued to have discussions and conversations during that last week until we finally settled the case.
Okay, so there was no trial?
There was no trial.
There was a marital settlement agreement entered. Do you recall the date?
It was the end of July 2013, right? 2013, yeah. It's a long time ago, sorry.
Without getting into words spoken, what was your impression of Wendy Adelson's reaction to the settlement of the divorce case?
She was very relieved. Most people are when you settle their cases.
Did you continue to represent Wendy into 2014?
I did.
Do you recall that in February of 2014, Professor Markel filed a motion seeking to sanction Wendy and you?
He did.
Do you recall what Professor Markel was claiming, the substance of that motion?
The substance of that motion was in response to a motion that I had filed in October of 2013 when he did not pay her or me the money that he was supposed to pay according to our marital settlement agreement. He only paid part of it, and he didn't pay the rest of it, and he didn't pay me. And this was just about the financial part that had nothing to do with the children. So I filed a motion to enforce. It took him several, the day that I filed that motion to enforce, his lawyer that he had at that time withdrew, and he obtained a new lawyer. So that new lawyer and I talked about these issues for quite a while, and ultimately what happened was Mr. Markel filed this response, and he claimed that Wendy and I had committed fraud in obtaining that marital settlement agreement by hiding an asset.
Do you recall what relief he was seeking?
Several things he was seeking. He was basically saying that he shouldn't have to pay Wendy because she breached the contract, and one good breach deserves another, I guess, is what his theory was. And second, that both Wendy and I should be disbarred.
Okay. Were you concerned about the substance of Professor Markel's allegations in that motion?
No.
Objection. Relevance, move to strike.
Sustained. Disregard the last comment from the witness. You may move on.
What was your view about the likelihood of success in your experience of that motion and of getting disbarred and of Wendy Adelson being disbarred as a result of that motion?
Objection, relevance.
Your Honor.
Approach. To your client, you may you may testify as to what you communicated to your client concerning this motion.
Concerning this motion, I basically told my client that I wasn't concerned about the legal ramifications of this, either regarding the claim of the fraud, because I know we had covered that really well in our discovery process, and we had litigated it, and I was not concerned about that. I was not concerned about, so much so that I was not concerned at all about any ethical issues that I might have had with the bar and or Ms. Adelson either. I was not concerned.
Do you recall that Professor Markel, or his attorney on his behalf, filed another motion in March of 2014?
So in March of 2014, well after the first motion that was just about the property, he filed a motion that made some additional claims for why he shouldn't have to abide by the payment, and these claims started talking about the children. And he made, and I don't remember all of the claims, but they were basically the substance was that he should be allowed more electronic communication with his children that he was getting, and that Ms. Adelson's mother should have supervised visitation only with her grandchildren because of statements that he thought that she might be making to the children.
Did you communicate your thoughts on this motion to Ms. Adelson?
Yes, I did.
And what were those thoughts?
So I told her, as far as the electronic communication, I wouldn't worry about that too much because we already had a marital settlement agreement that outlined everybody's rights and obligations, and there had been no real changes on that. So, and the judge had actually already ruled on that kind of issue in 2013 at one of our hearings. We had a couple of hearings. So I wasn't really worried about that because they were kind of already set out what everyone should be doing, and I didn't see that there had been any changes that would make the court make any changes to that agreement. And then as far as the grandmother, I also told her that these kinds of allegations, while they're not nice or fun, they're pretty run-of-the-mill, and lots of people after they get divorced don't get along very well, and their extended families don't get along that well. But I wouldn't think that the judge would order supervised visitation based on these kinds of allegations, because supervised visitation is for pretty extreme cases. For example, I've had people who have maybe multiple DUIs and shouldn't be allowed to be with children because it's an unsafe situation. Or I have had people who were abusive and they can't be with the children, so they have to be supervised. Basically what happens when people aren't talking nice, and I didn't know if it was actually true or not, it was an allegation he made, aren't talking nice about it, what we try to do is just have conversations with the judge, and the judge might say, okay, everybody be nice, and that's it. I wasn't worried about that issue.
Okay. Did there come a time in the divorce and post-divorce proceedings when you filed a motion to withdraw?
I did.
Do you recall when that was?
Right. So we had those first two motions. They were odd.
And by first two motions, just to
the ones that we just talked about. We had the first motion where he said it was okay for him to breach because she breached, and then we had the next one about the kids and all of that. And then he filed a memorandum. I believe it was in May or June. I think May of 2014, and it was a long, detailed memorandum of law that had a lot more facts in it, and I realized at that point in time that I was probably going to have to be a witness in this case because of what he was saying about me in the memorandum and the motions, and I can't be a witness and a lawyer in the same case by the Florida ethical rules, so I withdrew because I knew I would have to take a different role.
You spoke about a lot more.
Oh, an attorney who follows the Florida ethic rules? Rashbaum should take notes.
Facts in this memorandum. Did the view of the motions that you conveyed to Wendy Adelson change as a result of the memorandum, other than the fact that you had to withdraw?
No, it was just kind of reinstating all of the same kinds of things, but it was a lot more vehemently with a little bit different language. It kept upping the ante, and that's when I realized this was not going to be something that we were going to be able to probably resolve without a court hearing, because I had been trying to do that with his lawyer. So I was going to have to do that. So I moved to withdraw, and I called another lawyer and asked him if he would please step in my place.
Okay. Did you seek to withdraw because you felt you did something wrong?
No, it was only because I knew I was going to have to testify in the case, and that was the only reason.
And you mentioned you contacted another lawyer. Did Wendy Adelson ultimately retain that other lawyer?
She did.
And do you recall when she did that?
I know that he filed a notice. I filed a motion to withdraw, and then the court granted my order within a few days of that, and I believe he, which was in end of May-ish, I think, and then he came in the first part of June, I believe.
Okay, so days before what has been talked about in this case is the first attempt, Ms. Adelson retained a new attorney to represent her in the ongoing proceedings with Professor Markel?
She did.
Okay. One additional question, Your Honor. Can I have a moment?
Take your time.
Telephone calls. There's been some discussion. In this case, some testimony concerning telephone calls on the morning of May 2nd.
Okay.
Whether those telephone calls related to a motion to compel and a notice of hearing filed by Professor Markel, attorney on his behalf. Again, the testimony related to calls on the morning of May 2nd. Can you tell the jury, I'm showing you a portion of State's Exhibit 56.
Okay.
This is the notice of hearing that was filed, you can see, on May 2nd, 2014. Can you tell the jury what time?
It looks like it was filed at 3:14:48. They've got the seconds on there. p.m.
Okay. And the motion to compel? What time is this filed?
3:14:48 p.m. as well.
Okay. And just to be extra clear, just 3:14 in the afternoon or morning?
It's p.m., so it's afternoon. Yeah.
I have nothing for you now.
Cross-examination.
Publish defenses.
Okay, so on May 2nd, 2014. Okay, so
Hello.
on May 2nd, 2014, I know you're not
Mert Birdwater from Mexico. Hello, Mert.
familiar with this exhibit, but if these calls occurred at, we're going to have some clicking here. Clicking assistance.
How many?
Filings that were made on. You were asked about a filing or two filings that were made on May 2nd. If the phone calls in question occurred well into the afternoon hours, it would have been after that filing. Would you agree with that?
I have no idea.
I think you
Sorry.
do, because I think you were shown the documents and asked about the time of the filings.
I know about the filings, yes.
Okay, so if the calls occurred into the late afternoon, we have it now 3:15, 3:49, 3:54. All of those times, 3:56, 4:39, 4:55, would have been after those filings. Would you agree
That would
with
appear to be correct.
Okay, thank you. And were you familiar with Professor Markel's practice of emailing Wendy prior to making these filings and saying, basically laying out the whole thing in an email? This is what I'm going to do. If you don't comply, I'm going to make this filing. Were you privy to those emails?
Sometimes.
Stay, Ms. Kappelman, if you can go through that with the witness.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Your Honor?
Foundation.
Okay, were you privy to emails from Professor Markel to your client, Wendy Adelson, previewing the filings before he made them?
Same objection, Your Honor.
Overruled. She's trying to lay the foundation now.
I'm aware of that he did that on occasion.
Okay, and do you know whether he did that in reference to the May 2nd filing?
I have no idea.
All right. And the case you talked about where you recently had somebody buy out their former spouse's rights to their children, basically, relocate for money, relocation for hire. How much money did that person, how much money was exchanged for that relocation?
That was not $1 million, but it was basically when we did all of the child support and everything that would have been paid, it turns out to be somewhere probably around $200,000.
Okay. If what was alleged in Professor Markel's motion about Wendy having lied and hidden assets and all that, if she had taken those actions, that could have had serious consequences to her personally as well as her law license. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
You described, I'm sure you were referring to different parts of the case, but you referred to the case as run-of-the-mill and you referred to it as odd. Was this a particularly contentious or memorable case for you, or was it run-of-the-mill?
So those are two separate statements, I think. I think that the quibbling about the children was run-of-the-mill. I think the case was odd.
Okay. How much, I guess in general, would you agree that divorces come with high emotions?
Yes.
And do clients always take your advice?
No.
Do clients always chill out when you tell them this is nothing to worry about?
No.
Did you have any contact with Donna Adelson, the mother of Wendy Adelson, in reference to Wendy's divorce?
The only time I had any communication with Wendy's mother was at the relocation hearing that we had in June of 2013.
Did Donna testify at the relocation hearing?
She did not.
All right. So is it fair to say your contact with her was almost nothing?
Yes. She and her husband were at the hearing, and my contact with them was minimal.
All right. And so have you had an opportunity to review Donna Adelson's emails to Wendy in reference to this divorce, and in particular your representation?
I have not.
No further questions.
Redirect examination.
Very briefly.
It's okay.
You were very briefly shown the presentation on cross-examination. Is this call in the morning?
Look at this weirdo sniffing his fingers again. What a weirdo.
Of May 2nd. Is this call in the morning, May 2nd? See the timestamp in the upper right?
I do. So 12 a.m. is morning, 12 p.m. is noon, right? So it's one of those ones that my husband always says we should use military time.
So it's 12 a.m.
I think it's 12 a.m. means morning, right? Right after, yeah, okay.
How about 9, 10 in the morning?
Yes. Yes.
So on.
Yes.
Hey, there's Katie Kool-Lady.
If Wendy had done the things that Professor Markel accused her of, failing to disclose assets and such, whether that would have been a serious matter, correct?
Yes.
Were you aware of Wendy Adelson failed to disclose assets in the context of the divorce proceeding?
No, she didn't. And in particular, the particular asset that he was talking about, it was a non-marital asset of hers, and it was her parents had given to her, and she basically took it back, but we showed him the whole paper trail of it, and his argument was kind of an esoteric legal argument about why it should be his and part of the marital estate. So it was kind of weird, and when I say the case was odd, what I mean it's odd for the opposing party to make claims against me to want me disbarred as well as his wife. So that was what was odd about the case, and I remember it because that doesn't happen in my cases. But that was the arguments that he was making, and we several times, it was one specific retirement account, so several times we gave him the documents that he requested. It just never was what he wanted.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may sit down.
Thank you.
If the attorneys can approach. Can be seated at this time. Mr. Adelson, please raise your right hand, sir.
That's right, folks. That was the defense's only witness other than Chuckles the murdering idiot.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand. Mr. Adelson, do you understand that you have the ability to testify on your own behalf?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also understand that if you choose not to testify, your silence cannot be held against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had an adequate opportunity to discuss with your counsel whether you wish to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
By the way, for folks, do folks remember when we were wondering if he was going to testify in this moment? This is a big moment.
Have you also been able to discuss with your counsel how this decision would fit into your theory of defense and also the strategy that you wish to present before the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you made a decision concerning whether you wish to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that decision?
I will testify.
Are you firm in this decision?
Yes.
Do you need any additional time to discuss with your attorneys whether you wish to remain silent?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand in testifying you will be cross-examined by one of the prosecutors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also understand as well that your credibility will be placed before the jury as it relates to the testimony that will come out?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions concerning that particular issue that you wish to discuss with counsel or raise before the court?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rauschbaum, do you wish there to be any further inquiry concerning this matter?
No, Your Honor.
You may be seated.
Your Honor, may I be heard? It's the state's request that we either plan to go late tonight, or begin this examination tomorrow so that the examination of the witness can be
Unfettered.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rauschbaum?
May we approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Well, spoiler alert, it's granted because it doesn't start today. It starts day 6, which I'm not going to start now. I forget if part 1, part 2. I just forget if that was.
I want to go to the police.
Oh, so we got to. All right, so that's what we're going to do for the next rewatch. We're going to watch. We're going to be into day 6. Charlie Adelson testifying. So yeah, that's what we'll do the next rewatch. I'm not sure yet when we'll do that. I'll keep an eye on Steve to see if he's going to be live tomorrow morning, and perhaps if he's not, maybe I'll do that. Not sure. But or maybe after tomorrow, I'm not sure. I'll see what's going on. So, thank you all so much for watching here today. Thank you all so much for the support. I really appreciate it as always. And I guess that's it. LFGM, baby. Let's go Mets, and let's go Royals, and thank you all, and I'll catch you on the next one. You guys are the best, and I appreciate you very much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. LFGM.